What's up, Guardians? Zeus here, and today we're breaking down a powerful new lineup that's already turning heads in battles across Dominion. This composition features Galahad with Oliver, Lyria with Fenris, Sebastian with Albus, Kayla with Biscuit, and Lara Croft with Mara. The team pet can be either Axel or Khorus, depending on the situation. In the footage you're seeing, I'm running Khorus, but don't forget, Axel often outperforms in many matchups thanks to his protective shield and damage distribution. This team is a natural evolution of the Lara Croft setups we've talked about before, but now Kayla joins in, bringing a unique mix of disruption and burst damage. When combined with Lara's control and Lyria's sustain, this squad creates a deadly balance of survivability and pure destructive power. Let's go piece by piece and break down why it works. We start with Galahad in the front line. With Oliver patronage, he's tough enough to absorb heavy punishment while keeping the pressure on. Unlike traditional tanks who mainly focus on soaking damage, Galahad is an aggressive presence. His kit allows him to dish out meaningful physical and pure damage, making him more than just a wall. And while his artifact buffs physical attack instead of defensive stats, that actually works in favor of this team, amplifying the overall offensive output from both Kayla and Lara Croft. Galahad draws enemy fire, deals his own punishment, and sets the tone for an offense-first frontline. Next is Liria, and her role is critical here. With Fenris, she gains even more punch against dodge-based enemies while boosting the team's accuracy. But the real power comes from her bond with Lara Croft. When Liria links to Lara through Bond of Alliance, 20% of the damage they deal is returned to both of them as healing. This mechanic keeps Lara and Liria sustained throughout the fight. Every crit from Lara and every strike from Liria feeds back into their health bars, giving them a level of self-recovery that makes them much harder to bring down. On top of that, Liria brings her artifact into play. Each time she triggers it, the whole team gains a burst of armor penetration, ensuring that enemy defenses don't hold up against the team's physical damage dealers. Her passive aura also reduces dodge values on the enemy side and increases the physical damage they take. That's a nightmare scenario for dodge-based heroes like Dante or Aurora. They can't hide behind their evasion, and every physical hit from Galahad, Kayla, and Lara Croft lands harder. Now let's move on to Sebastian with Albus. As always, Sebastian is the amplifier. His buffs push the team's critical hit rate through the roof, making sure Lara and Kayla are landing devastating crits instead of ordinary strikes. But he doesn't stop there. Striking solo layers pure damage on top of those critical hits, which completely bypasses armor. This means no matter how tanky the enemy is, the damage cuts through. With Albus in play, Sebastian's crit support scales even further, stacking more pure damage into every sequence of attacks. He's the backbone of this squad, and without him, neither Kayla nor Lara would be hitting nearly as hard. Kayla is the next big piece of this puzzle. With Biscuit as her patron, she weakens enemy sustain by reducing healing, making it far harder for defensive supports to keep their team alive. Her damage is a dangerous mix of heavy physical strikes and bursts of pure damage, and she specializes in punishing the enemy's backline. This makes her perfect for taking out squishy damage dealers or healers hiding behind tanks. However, this strength comes with one clear limitation. If the opposing backline is built around extremely durable heroes like Martha or Fafnir, Kayla can struggle to break through that defensive wall. In those situations, fights often drag out longer, and it becomes harder for her to secure decisive kills. Still, when she faces backlines that lack this kind of resilience, Kayla becomes one of the most threatening parts of the team, shredding through vulnerable targets before they can influence the outcome of the battle. Finally, Lara Croft with Mara is the finisher, the executioner of this lineup. Mara extends Lara's stun duration, giving her control over the pace of battle. When Lara locks down enemy heroes, your team gets a critical window to deal damage without resistance. Her crits, boosted by Sebastian, turn into devastating blows, capable of wiping out entire enemy squads. With Liria bonded to her, Lara's strikes also sustain her health, keeping her alive even when enemies try to burst her down. She isn't just dealing damage, she's controlling the fight, healing as she attacks, and setting up the final blow. Now, about the team pet. In the battles shown here, I use Khorus, and he's especially valuable against control-heavy enemies. If you're facing teams loaded with stuns, charms, or silences, Khorus keeps your heroes active, ensuring Lara and Kayla can continue fighting without being completely shut down. But in many situations, Axel is simply stronger. His ability to spread incoming damage across the team prevents your carries from getting focused down too quickly. Add in his shield, and Axel often gives you just the edge you need to survive long enough for Lara to land her ultimate. That flexibility makes this team adaptable to nearly any matchup. So how does it all come together? Galahad anchors the front, applying pressure and amplifying physical attack. Liria bonds with Lara, turning their damage into healing and ensuring both survive longer while shredding enemy defenses with her artifact and aura. Sebastian ties it all together, pushing crit rates sky high and stacking pure damage. Kayla becomes a deadly bruiser, dealing enormous damage while sustaining herself through Lyria's bond. And Lara Croft, empowered by Mara, turns into the centerpiece, locking enemies down and delivering devastating finishing blows. So, Guardians, that's the breakdown of this new Galahad Liria Sebastian Kayla Lara Croft composition. I've seen it dismantle defenses that normally look unbreakable, and with the right pet, it adapts to just about any opponent. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried running this lineup yet? Do you prefer Axel or Khorus as the team pet? And what counters have you faced that gave you trouble? Share your experiences in the comments, so we can learn and improve together. If you enjoyed this breakdown and found it useful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you're always ready for the next deep dive strategy. Remember, in Hero Wars, knowledge is the real weapon. Share it, use it, and victory will always be within reach. Salute and friendship.